It's all happening so fast. The excitement, the adrenaline, the feeling that this time, this product, this idea, this launch is going to be different. But right under the surface, there's a question gnawing at every founder, every leader, every investor who's pushing to scale before the world has even said yes. Are you running ahead of your own proof? Because the cruel truth nobody wants to admit is this: you can't build a castle on sand and expect it to last. You can throw money, hustle, and endless hours at growth. But if your go to market proof isn't bulletproof, if your product isn't locked in with real demand, you're just spinning wheels while the clock eats you alive. Imagine pouring everything, your soul, your resources, your team's sanity, into scaling, only to watch it all collapse because the market never really showed up. It's the slow burn of heartbreak without the drama, the kind that kills quietly and takes your dream with it. That's not just a failure, it's a betrayal. A betrayal of your vision, of the people who believed in you, and worst of all, of yourself. You feel trapped between reckless impatience and the suffocating fear of standing still. But this is where the sharpest minds, the real game changers, separate themselves. Not the ones who sprint blindly chasing scale, but the ones who stop, stare into the chaos, and ask, what can the market actually prove to me right now? Here's the brutal part. Without GTM proof, scaling isn't growth, it's gambling. It's hope dressed up as strategy. You're not building a business, you're spinning a myth. And myths don't pay bills. They don't build trust with customers. They don't attract rational investments. All they do is fuel an illusion that leads to crashes so ugly they take entire careers with them. To break free from this trap, the fix isn't just tweaking the pitch or adding features. It's ruthless honesty. It's brutal discipline. It's a relentless demand for evidence before expansion. What does real GTM proof look like? It's more than just early sales. It's customer behavior that refuses to bend. Real proof screams through repeatable commitment, through measurable adoption, through a verified playbook that anyone on your team can follow to recreate success. It's consistency in the chaos. The moment you knock down assumptions with thesis-tested realities, that's when scaling stops being a risky bet and starts being a calculated explosion. Every founder, investor, leader out there needs to nail this home. GTM proof is your lifeline. It's the signal in all the noise. Because when you chase growth without this, you're not expanding, you're fading. The emotional weight you carry while rushing to scale early is crushing. Sleepless nights wondering if your customers are ghosting you. The paranoia biting at you. Is this product really enough? Are people even ready? What if this just crashes? The tension is unbearable because deep down, part of you knows you're asking the market to love a baby before it's even born. But here's the radical truth that will shatter your current way of thinking and light a fire under your system. The thing that saves your startup from oblivion isn't speed. It's patience allied with precision. The startups that survive, that explode, are those who refuse to scale their story without scaling actual, tangible evidence that customers want what they're selling. You don't fix this by growing faster. You fix this by growing smarter, by building your go-to-market engine like a scientist, not a gambler. That means obsessively testing every assumption, every channel, every message. It means looking at cold data and hearing what it tells you with savage clarity, even when it hurts. If customers won't pay, they won't stick, they won't refer, or if your team can't reproduce your early wins reliably, that's an alarm louder than any hype your investors feed you. That's your reality check, your moment of truth. And here's what most miss. Proof means hard stops. It means slashing what doesn't work, killing projects that don't show repeatability. It means betting everything on what moves the needle, then doubling down like your life depends on it. Because it does. It's painful. It's exhausting. But it builds battle-tested knowledge, and that knowledge is the only true currency in the marketplace. Without it, all you have is guesswork masquerading as vision, and that's the fast lane to burnout, chaos, and ruin. For founders, the temptation to scale early is savage. Everyone screams, grow or die. But what if the real die is growing too soon? What if your rush to scale blinds you to the cracks running right under your model? The solution isn't popularity or shiny features. It's discipline. It's fierce focus on what your proof says. It's being willing to stay small, invisible, unpopular, if that's what the data demands, until you can walk into every sales call, expand every channel, and replicate every win like clockwork. This is where you turn struggle into leverage. To investors watching founders stumble into premature scaling traps, this is a call to arms. Demand proof or hold fire. Don't be seduced by vaporware growth metrics or vanity KPIs. Look under the hood. Push for proof that the go-to-market flywheel is spinning with real force. If it's not, dump it or delay. Because betting on unproven scale isn't bold. It's reckless. Leaders locked in the chaos of growth recognize this desperate dance for what it is: fear hijacking clarity. The fear that standing still means failure is the deadliest lie you can fall for. The real courage is in knowing when to pause, to iterate, and to test again and again. It's in crafting a go-to-market story that's not just compelling, but undeniable. That's your weapon. That's your shield. That's how you build a future no one can take away. If you ever want to break free from this madness, to create something truly unstoppable, then it starts with owning your reality without mercy. GTM proof is not a nice to have. It's the oxygen you breathe to live another day and to scale next time with no question of survival. The moment you make peace with that, everything in your business shifts. Suddenly, every step forward is backed by steel, not smoke. Suddenly, you hold the map other founders pray for, but never find. This isn't about being comfortable. It's about being relentless. Relentless in chasing the truth in the market. Relentless in demanding your metrics don't lie. Relentless in patience until the proof is airtight, and then explosive growth becomes your birthright, not your downfall. There's an entire world beyond the chaos of premature scaling. A world where exceptional founders stop being prisoners of illusions and start masters of reality. This world rewards those who burn their rulebooks, who shun the noise, who dare to build from the edges with proof as their guide. You're not here to scale illusions. You're here to build legacies. So here's the deal. Stop running from the ugly truths of your GTM. Embrace them, wrestle them, own them. Let the data speak. Let your customers shout. Let your market prove itself to you before you bet your company and your people on growth that doesn't exist yet. Because scaling without proof isn't ambition. It's delusion. And delusion kills better ideas than you can imagine. The founders, investors, and leaders who survive tomorrow won't be the fastest or the loudest. They'll be the ones who built the strongest foundation first. Their foundation is GTM proof. Their fuel is ruthless honesty. Their direction is clear focus. Their future is unstoppable. This is your moment to stop leaning on hope and start building with proof. Your moment to turn the wildfire of dreams into a controlled blaze that burns brighter every day. Because the world doesn't need more noise. The world needs more founders who can prove their market, scale with precision, and unleash impact that lasts. So before you scale, ask yourself, do I have proof? Not a feeling, not a story, but proof. If the answer isn't yes with undeniable confidence, then stay hungry. Stay brutal with yourself. Hunt harder. Get that proof. Align your whole business around it. Only then, let the scaling begin and watch how fast the world bends to your will. Because that's how a rare few break free from the system and build what no one else can. This isn't just a growth strategy, it's liberation. The survival code for those who refuse to settle, who refuse to smoke screens, who want to write their own impossible history. The world you want is built on truth, fire, and proof. So don't scale too soon. Scale all in, scale right, scale proof.